hearty welcome to the portals of ANNAMALAI University. I am Dr. SHARMILA, Department of English, Faculty of Engineering and Technology. I am here to discuss about the root words of English with you. So, we know languages in detail and we want to discuss how English alone became so popular. Root words. So, do you know how many languages are there in English? We have nearly 7,819 languages that is living in the world at present. Among them, 1,514 are native speakers. So, these languages, though surviving, why English alone became a global language? Do you have any question regarding it? So, let us see how English alone became a global language. First, as a first reason, we all know that the language was confirmed, English was first followed only in England, and when they came for trade places to trade like Asia, South Africa, they started colonizing and settling around the globe. The language naturally started spreading. However, it was mainly used in administration and the business dealings. Locals were still speaking their native languages for the most part, but when it came to getting on education, that was done in English. So, English then became an at least language of sorts spoken by those who were educated in literature, philosophy and poetry. Much like French was back when it was most wide spoken languages. So, how did English take over French as a most spoken language? There are many stories at the back of it. So, even the post-war of USA also stands one of the reasons why English became a global language. The world after the first two world wars was vulnerable and changing. One, American businesses were booming and started doing trade all over the world. Much like Great Britain had done in the previous century, the boldsters to use English language as a language of global trade. But at the same time, American culture was being exported heavily through music and film. The advent of jazz, rock and roll and other popular music from both USA and UK infiltrated the culture of people everywhere, making English more than just the language of business, but the language of entertainment too. Hollywood also started blooming and more popular films were exported worldwide. So, this made all to get interested with English, and it started to bring English to the next point. Another coolness factor is English is used across the world to signify a certain lifestyle or culture linked to American style success or entertainment, or sometimes to signify a certain British quality. Advertisers use it all over the world in multinational markets to sell their products in this way. But it is also the most common language used in film and music industry. Big budget movies and everyone's favorite classic films are mostly produced in English. In music, if a band wants to become popular or famous, they will produce their work in English as well, because English will reach the wider audience. That became its hallmark. And then it was sports. America invented sports today like BMX and skateboarding and even basketball have an entire vocabulary in English, and many of the best athletes in those fields are English speaking, and even they have been recruited from abroad. When we see the technology side, the same time USA was becoming world's business superpower. The internet was also invented in the USA. This created an entire lexicon of computers and technologies that was invented in English, and the computer keyboards are suited for the writing languages using Latin alphabet, and hardware for all our smart technologies uses English words alone. English for much the same reason. Historically, universities publishing more research were doing so in English, and as a scientist today, any serious publication must be done in English. With science and technology playing such a big role in our lives today, English won't be going anywhere soon. And as a snowball effect, now English is a widespread across the internet, on the radio, in schools and the business world. It is hard to escape. It is well known that in order to get good job in today's global market, speaking English is becoming a recruitment more than that often that not. That's why students or more adults than even are taking private lessons, taking English immersion holidays and studying English to become as fluent as they can. It is not a guarantee of success, but it is certainly goes help. Let us see how this English survived. Before we learn the language, we should know from where the language has gone its root. To understand the vocabulary, we should know the language thoroughly. So, when you know the vocabulary, you understand each and every word, and sometimes even the history makes us interested to learn a language. English is considered as a global language because it is a culmination of all popular languages like Spanish, Latin, Greek and etc. Learning the root words will make it easy for the aspirants to work out the meaning of the new words as they encounter them. What is a root word? A root word is a word that forms the basis of new words by adding affixes, that is prefixes and suffixes. It is the most basic part of any word. The basic structure of the root are either affixed or suffixed, and then they become the next word. An understanding of the usual root word will help make a good guess about the meaning newly known word, and we will turn that will strengthen our vocabulary. You can even go for some homonyms and homophones and learn a lot and check our vocabulary and enrich our vocabulary more. Now, let us see the root words that which English got from Latin. Root words from Latin. For example, now I take mall. So, I have given you two words here. Fin meaning to end something, limit or boundary. Mal meaning bad or evil. Okay. So, fin, have you heard about the word fin? So, fin is also from Latin. It is the meaning to end something, limit or boundary. That is the English words that containing fin or infinity. What is the meaning of it? No limit. Then infinitesimal. What is the meaning? Immeasurably small. Confinement. So, there also we have fin. Confinement means concluding state of pregnancy. Okay. Then one more word with fin, we can say definite. Yes, that means precise. We can see the word meaning to end or limit something. For example, we have taken a final exam at the end of the course. The one who wants real TV shows, they say final episode or the final episode of the session of the season in a race. Okay. In a race, the finish line is known as the end of it. Now, let us see few examples of mall. Mall is nothing but bad or evil. So, it is a Latin word which has a meaning of bad or evil. Example, I will say you few root words that with mall in English. Malignment. Malignment means defame something badly. Malice is a word that also we use MAL, then ICE is attached, there it gets coined as malice. It gives evil intention. Maltreat, treat someone or something badly. Malfunction, working badly. The meaning is working badly. Dismal, DISMAL. Dismal means a gloomy situation. Maleficent, someone who is deliberately by causing harm to someone. So, all the words having mal as root word gives a negative connotation, that also you should bear it in your mind. Any other Latin word that which are very more familiar in English is root word cide. Shall we take cide? C-I-D-E, a Latin word meaning a person or something that kills, that is act of killing we can say. Okay. Here patricide, matricide, infanticide. So, these words, what are the meaning of it? So, there are many words in English that are formed with side, right? Patricide. Patricide means, patri means father. So, killing one's father is patricide. Matricide, matri is husband. So, matricide is killing one's husband. And uxoricide, U-X-O-R-I-C-I-D-E, husband who kills his wife. Uxor means wife. Infanticide, infant is child. Killing a child is infanticide. So, it can be understood that the words with root words side connotes killing of someone or something. This is how the root words play a very effective role in English. So, now let us see few examples from Greek. So, Greek root words. So, what are the Greek root words that which we know is logi, phil, like that. Okay. I am going to see about logi. Logi means what? The words with logi are meaning to study something. It is analogy, anthropology, theology, morphology, etymology, like that. Okay. So, let us see that. What is analogy? Study of comparison of two or more things is analogy. Anthropology, anthropology means study of human beings as anthrop. Anthrop means human. Theology, theo means God, religion. So, theology is study of religion. Morphology, morphology, morph means what? The study of structures is morphology. Morph means structures. Okay. The above given examples of logi or root words from the part of one word substitution, okay, which is again as an important topic to study in English when we see in the future classes. Then let us see the root word phil. Phil means what? To love. So, we can see what here: bibliophile, philologist, philanthropist, philosopher, philodendron. Okay. What is bibliophile? The one who loves books are said to be bibliophile. Philologist, word lover, who is a scholar of language. Philanthropist is a person who loves mankind. Philosopher, philosopher is a person who will love wisdom. And philodendron, a tree that curls up while growing, and they are called love trees. And here I have given you few list of words with their meanings and their usages in English. Aqua, we know aqua means water. So, those words that are used in English as aquarium, aquamarine. Bene, bene means good. Benefactor, benevolent. Circum, around. You know, circum means it's round. Circumference, circumstances. Duct, duct means to lead, the meaning is to lead. Examples: conduct, induce. Then cent, cent we know 100, century, percent. Amphi, amphi means both, the meaning is both. Ambiguous, ambidextrous. Then matter, matter the meaning is mother, maternity, material. Multi, we know it is many, that is it. Multimedia, multiple. Spect, to look. Inspection, spectator. Port, to carry. Portable, transport. Jud, jud means judging, like prejudice, and judicial. Now, let us see few Greek words, root words with the meaning and the usage in English. Meter, meter we know it to measure, isn't it? Thermometer, perimeter, those are the examples that which we use for measuring. Tele, tele means far off. like television, telephone. Psycho, soul, spirit, psychology, physics. Then therm, we know the meaning is heat, thermal, thermometer. Techno, techno means art, science, skill. Technique, technology, those words. Pseudo, pseudo we know it is false or not genuine. Pseudonym, pseudoscience. Okay. Then comes morph. Morph means it gives form or shape. Morphology or morphing. Photo, we know the meaning is light, as if in photograph, photosynthesis. Phone, phone we know it is the meaning is sound, as we use in phone, mobile phone, symphony, whatever it be. Mono, mono means one. Monologue, monotonous. Miss, hate. Misanthrope, misogyny. Fine. So, this is how we have to use root words in English, and we can enrich our vocabulary by knowing those root words. From English, from Greek we have root words, from Latin we have, from Spanish, from French, everywhere English has grown into a horizon by taking all the root words inside it and made you to make your language enrich with your vocabulary. Know the history of English, from where it has come to you, and be well versed in your language and achieve success and come out with flying colors. Wish you all the best. Thank you.